Hey traders, and it's good afternoon. It's 12:45 in the afternoon here in Perth, and I'm off to work again soon. I had a little bit of a sleep in, so I woke up at about 11. I got out of bed at 11, so I woke up originally about 8:15. I have a motorbike shop, probably like 100 meters across the street, and they open for business Saturdays. They're taking care of business, but a few loud bikes, and I woke up and had a breakfast to get to for my athletics club, but I missed that, unfortunately. I was in bed at 8:15. I went to bed at 3:30, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to rest my eyes for about an hour and then head down to that, and I woke up at 11:12. So, but sometimes you just need a little bit of sleep. It's been a pretty chaotic week, and I've been trying my best to. I brought the laptop in on the Monday and the Tuesday at work, and those pretty much were 2 weeks worth of work in 2 days for us, volume wise, for what we move out of the airport. So there was no laptop time. Anyway, so what is this? What is this? Closing of $15 million underwritten offering, common stock warrants to purchase. Alright, so BTGN, I don't know why this is up. This is probably me just showing an example of what a penny stock can do, which is go to nothing, because that's what the majority of them are. BTCS as well. Interesting yesterday. That's what was the volume on that yesterday? $32 million. 32 million shares traded, pardon me. The average, alright. So the average, it is a highly traded stock. I mean, 17.5 million shares traded. Retrospect, in comparison to, there's some very inactive stocks. So with penny stocks, that's not too bad. PTI didn't really do too much. I'm going to close that down. BTCS really. What was I watching? Again, apologies, guys. I didn't actually get to bring. I might have brought stocks to trade up last night. I can't quite recall. I was pretty delirious. That video was put up at about 2:45 in the morning, so I've got my shit together now. See, BTCS doesn't look too bad. I mean, it's holding the base there at 13, 7 or so. So I like when a stock does this. When it finds, some support, and we'll see what the 5-minute chart looks like. It does have a poor connection, which I think I'm going to have to phone my internet provider today, because it's, for me, I pay about $250 with the international transaction fee. It's around 250 Australian dollars to use stocks to trade per month. So, for me, that ain't cheap. So I need to sort of get the internet sorted. Yeah, so that's a nice little base there, and it's sort of squeezing a little bit. You don't need to get into technical points of it all, but there's the horizontal line. It's found support there, so we'll see how this one goes. I mean, what's Bitcoin doing? I'm going to close that YouTube video down. See what Bitcoin's doing. It's sort of steady, isn't it? It's not really super crazy. Oh, pardon me. Over 17,000, nearly 17,500. Let's bring this across. Will it load up? Wow. Wow. That's nice. Look at that. That right there is an entry candle, really. The thing is, you just can't have stops, because I mean, this thing just does that, and it's like, wow, I like that. So anyway, pretty strong still. MGTI, how's that looking? Not bad, to be fair. I mean, volume wise, that's pretty solid for MGTI. Does have a little bit of resistance though in the 420s, so if it can bust out through there, that's a potential for next week. This one did a share dilution though, so we'll see. It could get to $5 though, because it's going to squeeze shorts, because there's going to be some aggressive shorters who are like, oh my god, it's overextended. Because this company is pretty shitty, but I mean, John McAfee knows how to do a good pump up. CPAH. Yeah, so I was watching this, but that's a typical penny stock. Very low liquidity. I mean, that's not tradable. Let's see what moved. Alright. PIXY. I think I actually did. I touched upon this. Tim did a nice little dip on this as well. How do I look? I look like shitty and old and tired. I'm only 27. What shift work will do to you? You get pretty good money, but abrasive, especially 7 days in a row, which I'm doing. 380. A bounce off that would be perfect leading into next week. For me, from the Forex background, I need to sort of focus more on understanding the fundamentals a little bit and looking into SEC filings and everything like that. And so, annual report with comprehensive overview of the company. Right now I don't have time before work, but I'll do it tonight because really it's only 2 to 10 for me at work, so I've got time to come back and sit down and just, sleuth through everything. These lower volume ones I'm not interested in. All of these I'm not really interested in. INTV though, that's semi-interesting. So we've got MGTI, PIXY, and then INTV. What's ATTBF doing? No. I like this one. And I don't mind MGTI as well. It's up 20%. I like that. That's like on the back burner, MGTI, INTV. Oh wow, look at that. Got the 5-minute chart. It's like a little staircase. I mean, there are some, well, not aggressive pullbacks. That's sort of aggressive though. To finish the session, I mean, volume-wise, not too terrible. Market cap 0. Okay, interesting. Integrated Ventures. Let's see the profile. 1 full-time employee. Interesting. Okay, so it's liquidity provider. No. Middle market private companies with capitalization on liquidity strategy. Okay, so it's teeny tiny. Interesting. Resistance here in the 170s. Volume's not really great though, so I mean it is interesting. It has gained a lot, so it might be one. Maybe a dip buy down in the really here in the 107s. We can just panic and then bounce off that potentially. So we've got enough stocks to watch, guys. We've got BTCS, MGTI, PIXY, and INTV. Thank you for watching, and I'll upload this straight away. Bye for now.